Hello, everyone. I'm Lenora Johnson. I'm the Superintendent President of Imperial Valley College. Basically, the duties of my position is to oversee the campus operation and make sure that we're working well with the community stakeholders, working well with our faculty and staff, but most importantly is to make sure that our students are successful. They transition in from high school or from whatever walks of life that they're coming from and successfully achieve their goals and objectives. Well, the bare minimum requirement is to have at least a master's degree and some experience in the field. Of course, I have been doing this for about 24, 25 years now and have a doctorate degree. Do I have to say that? My schedule is pretty chaotic. I would say I can start my day as early as 7 o'clock and not end till about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. And plus a lot of weekends and evening duties and so forth. Um, Basically, whatever the need is, I try to fill it. You know what? My story is all about service. From high school, after high school, I joined the military because I wanted to serve my country. And then when I was in college, I realized working at a college, I realized that I'm doing public good. I'm helping others achieve their goals. I needed mentors. I needed someone to coach me and push me. Um, and at that point, I realized that that's what I want to do the rest of my life is to help young people find direction and achieve their goals. And particularly, I have a bias, students of color. A lot of us are first generation students like myself. Um, that first generation means our parents didn't go to college or have very little college experience. And I want to make sure that students who may not know the college process were educated and helped along the way so they can achieve their academic and career goals. I would say the time I felt the most rewarded was actually when I was a counselor. I was having a conversation with a student from a very rough school, and right before that conversation with this student, I was talking to a student who was from a very affluent, a very wealthy background, and she was telling me that, I plan on going to Harvard, I plan on going to Yale, I'm planning on going to all these very prestigious schools. And then when I was talking to this other student right afterwards, um, I asked her a question. It's like, well, what do you see yourself in 5, 10 years? How much you see yourself making? She said, $5,000. I was taken aback by that. I was like, do you know $5,000 is less than minimum wage? Now, this was 20 plus years ago. So I made it my personal mission to help her and help her find that direction that she needed. And then when she finally attended college and she graduated with an accounting degree, for all things, and she started working at one of the largest accounting firms in the city of Chicago. She called and reached out to me. And she said that if it wasn't for your persistence and your encouragement, I would never be here. And my heart literally dropped. And at that time, I was thinking about other career fields because my degrees are not in education. My first 2 degrees were not in education. But once she made that call and told me that I made that change in her life, I couldn't look back, and I was full steam ahead in working with educators and being in this space. I would say a lot of us don't know what we want to do. And you don't really know what you want to do until you get in the field, just like me. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But the key thing here is get your education, continue to get your education. You never stop. High school is just the beginning. It's not the end. You have to be a lifelong learner, and then by being a lifelong learner, you're going to find you're passionate along the way. And then when you find your passion, you'll know that is the time for you. That is the occupation. That is the space that you're going to occupy the rest of your life. I would say there's a saying, um, is luck real? And I would say luck is all about working hard and taking advantage of opportunities. Make sure that you take advantage of the opportunities that are before you, particularly as it relates to education, and then work hard. You never want to miss out on opportunity to learn something, um, because if you miss out on the opportunity, it may come back and bite you at a later date when you need to know that information. So take your studies very seriously and learn all you can.